The Nano Banana model on Flow is a smart tool built for reasoning. This means it's very good at following instructions to edit your images inside the Flow environment. So let's see how it works. First of all, we need an image to work on. So I will go at the bottom on Create Image and I will paste this prompt.
A realistic photo of an aesthetic young woman with messy hair and an oversized sweater reading a blue book. The setting is a cozy cafe with dark wood bookshelves, soft velvet armchairs, and warm fairy lights during a rainy day. The mood should be calm, with the focus on the texture of the worn book pages, water drops on the window, and steam rising from a ceramic cup. Use a side view for the composition.
I'm going to change it for one single output at landscape type of ratio, and then I will use Nano Banana Pro. I'm going to run the task. Once we get a result, we can see that the shot is pretty good. We already know Nano Banana, it's very good at this. I will click on the image and then go inside and enter that edit mode. As you know, Nano Banana, it's excellent at keeping characters consistent. And for us, this is fundamental. We can create a character in different locations, pose, or clothing, or hair, or just whatever you want. On this occasion, if I want to keep the character the same and I want to edit something in the back, I don't need to do anything. I just need to go to the prompt. It says edit image, so it will be working on the selected canvas or selected image, and we just need to prompt what we want. I'm going to change the color of the coffee cup to blue. As I mentioned before, Nano Banana is a model that works with reasoning, so it will read your prompt and will just think about it. I'm going to run the task and let's see if we get it back. Once we get it, we can see it understood everything. It changed the white coffee, I guess it's white, coffee cup for a blue coffee cup. This is a very simple task for Nano Banana. I'm going to go back to the original one and I'm going to push it a little bit harder. Let's say I want to change almost everything. I want to change the scene, I want to change the coffee cup, I want to change the whole vibe, but keep the character consistency. Replace the white sweater for a red shirt, so we are replacing clothing. Replace the background for a 1950 Western style, we are replacing the background, but then keeps the woman identity and pose exactly the same. So we are changing the whole scene, but trying to keep the same subject. I'm going to run the edit, and let's see if we get it back. Alright, so we get it. We get that 1950s, we get the red shirt, and for the most part, everything is the same. Of course, it's not super realistic. If you want to maybe fit this subject into a different location, sometimes it's better to create the subject first, then put it on a different location. On this occasion, we get what we want. It doesn't look super realistic, but for the most part, it understood the task. At the top of the screen, you will see some special tools. Since Nano Banana reasons and looks at your image and your words, you can draw something or maybe point to parts of the picture to tell it exactly what to change. First is the doodle or the brush. The whole point is to use it to draw something or doodle something and have Nano Banana create what you want. Let me give you an example. I'm going to draw this. I'm going to select the book. And then I'm going to paint something inside, it doesn't matter. I'm selecting this book and it's pretty obvious. So what I can do right now is to tell Nano Banana to replace the book for something else. I could say replace the book for a gray tablet, or maybe I could try for a gray tablet. So I'm trying to provide not a lot of information. Let's see if Nano Banana gets it. So I'm going to run the task. And once we get back, notice it understood absolutely everything. We are getting that gray tablet. Once you go back to your main panel, you will see that you have all the different variations right here. I guess I'm going to use the initial one, the original one. Now you can use the doodle for a lot of things, not for selecting things. Let's say I want to add a hat or more books right here at the back. Well, we can just use the doodle and just do it. I'm going to do something like that. And of course, this is obvious that we want a hat. And on the prompt, I'm just going to be simple. I'm going to say a baseball cap. I'm going to run the prompt. And let's see if we get it. Once we get it, we can see that the baseball cap looks very realistic. Sometimes you will doodle something and it will not work. And that's why you have the other tools. You have the arrow tool, and the arrow tool is usually used to point at something. Let's say I want to do something like this. I'm just going to point to the coffee cup. I'm going to go at the bottom and I'm going to say remove. I'm not saying remove the coffee cup. If you have one single coffee cup and you say remove the coffee cup, it will remove that one. So Nano Banana needs to follow the arrow and remove what I'm pointing. I'm going to run the prompt. Let's see if we get it. Once we get it back, we can see that it followed the arrow to remove whatever we wanted. Now, sometimes, and I've seen some people do this, and it doesn't work that way. If you use if you use the box and the arrow, let's say I do something like this to select the coffee cup, and then I go to the arrow and provide another instruction. If you prompt for this, you might not get the change. And I know it's a little bit confusing. It's pretty obvious that we want to select the cup with the box and we are pointing to the cup. And you know what? I'm going to try it right now. I'm going to go here at the bottom. I'm going to say a bottle, just a bottle. Now we could get it, but every time I try something like this, I get mixed results. I'm going to run the prompt and see if we get it back. All right, so we get it. But notice what happened. We are getting the full image, the same image. But in this occasion, we have the bottle, which is what we wanted. But then we have the arrow, and this is not something I'm doing right now. This is burned or embedded into the image. And this is something that happens on Nano Banana quite often. If you provide two instructions or use two tools to do the same thing, Nano Banana will get confused and it will think that you want to, of course, to change the bottle, but at the same time, you want to use the arrow and the box selection to embed it to the image, because maybe you want to download this image and use it for something else. So you will be getting this. And it's because we are using two different tools to do the exact same thing. The box selection tool is meant for in-painting. In-painting means that you select something, you provide that box, and then inside you add something or you in-paint something. So let's try again without the arrow. I'm going to go here, I'm going to use the box, and I will select the coffee cup. And now I will go at the prompt and say a bottle of water. We only have the box selection, not the arrow. And now, if I run the prompt, I'm pretty sure that we will get the bottle of water with no box, no red box, and no arrow. Okay, so we didn't get it. And this is one of the most, let's say, annoying parts of editing on this interface, is that when you select or you point to something, it will understand it, but it will not remove the selection. I'm going to go back and I'm going to select the coffee cup, a bottle of water. Let's see if now we get it. All right, when we get it back, we can see that we are getting that bottle of water. Big difference. And this is, again, something that might happen or will happen from time to time. It's a little bit frustrating. Maybe a way to avoid this, instead of saying a bottle of water, you need to use maybe a keyword like, say, replace the bottle, replace the coffee cup for a bottle of water or something like that. And it will understand that you don't want to keep, you want to replace. Another thing that you can do is try to select the whole damn thing. I'm going to go right here and try to select the whole area, and I can change a part of the scene. I know it's selecting part of the book and part of the bottle, but what I want to do is point at the window and provide an instruction. I'm going to go right here, and my prompt is replace the window for a wall. I'm using that keyword replace. If I run the prompt, once we get it back, we can see it really did it. So the keyword replace, it's just really helping right here. Now, something I didn't mention is that you can, if I go back to the doodle, I can do something to maybe in red and then change the color to something else. And now you have two doodles. And when you go to the prompt, you can say do something on the red doodle and do something on the blue doodle. Remember, Nano Banana will read your image and try to reason. So if you say red doodle and blue doodle, it should understand. You can also write notes directly into the image to provide instructions. If you're going to go to the first one, to this one, I want to do something else. I'm going to go right here. I'm going to select the coffee cup. Why not? Then I'm going to use the arrow and I'm going to point to that arrow. I know this doesn't work, but I'm going to be supporting the arrow and the box selection with some text. Then I'm saying remove the cup. Again, Nano Banana will read the image and try to reason. So if we have remove the cup, an arrow pointing to that section, it will try to remove the cup. Let's try one more thing. I'm going to select the head of the woman. I'm going to point the arrow and I'm going to write something else. And I'm saying she is looking at the camera. And I know that this is a little bit hard to read. Now, the next part is very important. If you want for this to work, you need to support it with your prompt. So I'm saying follow edit instructions on annotations. And the keyword right here is annotations. It will go to the image, read the annotations, and try to do whatever is that we are trying to do. This usually it works perfectly, but sometimes it doesn't and you will need to try again. And there's a bad part with this. When I run the edit, it will just, of course, try to run it, but it doesn't keep the annotations or the selections. So if it fails, we're going to need to do it again. And this is one of the downsides of this interface. While you can do many annotations at once, my advice is for you to keep it simple and try one at a time. Okay, so for the most part, it worked really well. The problem is that it's keeping the arrow, the box, and the annotations, which is something that we don't want. Now, since Nano Banana is so smart, why are we getting this? And can we ask it to remove what we don't want? To remove the annotations and the arrows and everything else? I don't know, let's just give it a try. My prompt is going to be remove blue drawings and annotations. Let's run the task. Once we get it back, we can see it's doing it. So if you're getting the annotations or drawings burned into your image, you can just ask it to remove them. Now, let me show you one more thing that's super cool. One of the things that you can do on almost all image generators is to outpaint your image. If you don't know what outpaint is, it means taking your image and growing from the edges to see more of the room or the landscape of that scene. And here it's just very simple. We just need to say outpaint. That's the keyword, of course. And then the image from all sides, the things that you can expand the image from the left, the right, top, or bottom. If we say from all sides, it will still keep the ratio, but expand it from all the sides on an equal type of fashion, let's say. Let's run the task and let's see what we get back. Once we get it, we can see it's doing that outpainting and it's pretty good at it. Now I'm going to go back, I'm going to do the same thing. Let's say that on this occasion, I want to outpaint, but I want to outpaint from the left side of the image. My prompt is going to be outpaint the image from the left side. Let's run it. Once we get it back, we can see that the result is pretty good. Now, if you want to make some changes, well, the same rules apply. We can go to the box selection, maybe ask to remove the letter, or maybe we can draw to something to add or to inpaint something to the image. Right, so that's it. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe. This channel is supported entirely by viewers like you. If you want to buy me a coffee, you can do it through PayPal, YouTube Thanks, or Patreon, or maybe you can join to one of my courses. All the links are at the description below this video.